Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. 3 down, 3 down.
Flacco right back to work after the pick 6. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On second down, Flacco to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
51. Mike 4. We want this. Check. Topper.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Black 11. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Get on. 34's the mic.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Gets around him, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got you. Watch the safety creep.
It's Eckler again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And defensively, going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Red. Check 9. 61, matchbox lights.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Hey, Brown 80. Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Going on the ground. ground with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on fourth down, coming out to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Switch. Yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Now Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Monday, that's what. They can't hang with us. Check protein spill. Fresno.
First and 10 here for Flacco. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here is Eckler. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set 180, black 15. 180. Round. He hot. Say.
Once more, here's Eckler. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down.
Black 11. 65. 65. X3. 218. Chopper. SOS.
A handoff. It's Eckler. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Set 180. Green 80. 36. White. 80 hot.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Easy. Hey, watch it. Watch safety green. Watch it.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley now for the Chargers field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Monday. Defense wins championships, baby. Big Ed.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go back to Reddick. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Got double tight. 4 down.
Block it.
Mike 4. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Flacco from midfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Flacco now on 4th. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Flacco now, perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. 17.
Play action, Flacco. That went into the hands of Hamilton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Flacco. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Wide, get wide. Behind.
On the give, this is Eckler. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Go, White 90. Black 15.
Silver. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the Chargers 40.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wait.
Let's go one more. Double time. Hey. 4 down.
Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.